You're watching the World Cup with your friends. Everyone around you is screaming, the referee just blew the whistle and stopped the game for absolutely no reason you can understand. And you're sitting there nodding like you totally get it. You don't. And that's okay. Most Americans don't. Soccer is the most watched sport on the planet. 4 billion people tune into the World Cup. But in America, it's still that sport people watch every 4 years and then immediately forget about. Until now. Because the World Cup 2026 is happening right here, in American stadiums with American fans. So here are 5 rules that will make you actually understand what's happening on that field. Rule number 1. Offsides. The rule that confuses literally everyone. Here's the simplest way to explain it. Imagine you're playing tag as a kid. You can't just stand next to the person you're trying to tag and wait for someone to throw you the ball. You have to be behind the last defender when the ball is played to you. That's offsides. The moment your teammate kicks the ball towards you, you cannot be closer to the goal than the last defender. Not when you receive it, when it's kicked. This is also why VAR exists, Video Assistant Referee. A group of referees watching every angle on multiple screens somewhere in the stadium. When there's a close call, play stops, everyone waits, and they draw a line on the screen to measure whether the player's armpit, yes, their armpit, was past the defender. It sounds ridiculous. It kind of is, but it's also the reason entire stadiums celebrate a goal and then go completely silent 30 seconds later. This will happen at this World Cup, guaranteed. Rule number 2, yellow cards and red cards. A yellow card is a warning. Bad tackle, time wasting, arguing too much. The player stays on the field. Simple. But here's what most people miss. 2 yellow cards in the same game equals an automatic red card. And a red card means you're gone. Your team plays with 10 players for the rest of the match. 10 versus 11 is brutal. The team with 10 almost always loses. Which is why coaches lose their minds on the sideline when their player gets a yellow card late in a close game. There's also the straight red card. Something so bad, the referee skips the yellow entirely. Violent tackle. Stopping a clear goal with your hand. Actual fighting. Gone immediately. And it gets worse. A red card suspension carries into the next game too. In a knockout tournament like the World Cup, one bad tackle can end your entire campaign. Rule number 3. Added time. Why the game never ends at 90 minutes. When the clock hits 90, the game doesn't stop. The referee holds up a board showing a number. 3 minutes. 5 minutes. Sometimes at this World Cup, you'll see 8 or more. Here's why. In soccer, the clock never stops. Unlike American football, where the clock pauses for every timeout and commercial break, in soccer, it just keeps running. So whenever time is wasted, injuries, substitutions, players taking forever on free kicks, the fourth referee notes it all down and adds it back at the end. This is why the last 5 minutes of a soccer game are absolute chaos. Teams that are losing throw everyone forward. Goalkeepers come up for corners. Defenders become attackers. Some of the greatest World Cup moments in history happened in added time. When the clock hits 90 and everyone around you thinks it's over, it's not over. Rule number 4. Penalty kicks. The most dramatic 2 seconds in all of sports. A penalty happens when a player commits a foul inside their own penalty box. The other team gets a free shot from 12 yards out. Just the shooter and the goalkeeper. Statistically, the shooter scores about 75% of the time. But at the World Cup, with the entire world watching, everything changes.
Goalkeepers study shooters for weeks before tournaments. They know which direction a player tends to go, how they position their body, whether they look at the keeper before shooting. It's a psychological chess match that lasts about 2 seconds. Penalty shootouts have ended the World Cup dreams of some of the greatest teams in history. Argentina won in 2022 after a penalty shootout. If you watch nothing else at this World Cup, watch a penalty shootout. Nothing in sports comes close.
Rule number 5. Substitutions, and why coaches wait so painfully long to make them. Each team gets 5 substitutions per game. Simple. But the strategy behind them is one of the most complex things in soccer. Bring on a fresh attacker too early, and he might tire out before the crucial final minutes. Wait too long, and he doesn't have enough time to change the game. Every substitution also wastes about 30 seconds, which matters enormously when you're protecting a 1-goal lead.
And then there's the psychology. When a star player gets substituted, sometimes they refuse to shake the coach's hand. Sometimes they throw their training vest on the bench. Sometimes the entire stadium boos. Because in soccer, being substituted means being told you weren't good enough today. And these are the most competitive humans on the planet. Watch the substitution board go up late in a game. Then watch the player who's being replaced. That reaction will tell you everything about what's happening inside that team. 5 rules: offsides, cards, added time, penalties, substitutions. The World Cup 2026 is happening right now. And now you actually know what you're watching. Subscribe to the channel and write in the comments which football shocks we should break down in the next video.